Hi Metalheads, willkommen zum Metals Forever. Schon mal 557 am 3.3.2023. Schön, dass ihr dabei seid zur letzten Show in dieser kurzen Woche, denn wir hatten ja nur 3 Shows. Was soll ich sagen, diese Show hat mich sehr viel Arbeit gekostet, denn es waren vieles zu editen. Ich habe nämlich das Interview heute schon am 19. Februar aufgenommen. Und eine unglaublich coole Band. Ich hatte so einen Spaß, wieder die ganzen Songs zu hören. Die sind so cool. Wer auf einen Sound steht von Black Sabbath und mit Dio, die Zeit, so Heaven, Hell und Mob Rules, der kommt heute voll auf seine Kosten. So eine geile Sendung. Und in der Mitte der Show, also bleibt bitte dran, in der Mitte der Show heute, also nicht in der Aftershow, sondern im Interview, gibt es was Spezielles heute. Ich habe es versprochen, bleibt dran, es lohnt sich. Ist zwar alles auf Englisch, aber trotzdem, die sind so gesprächig und so cool, die Jungs. Ich freue mich total. So, aber los geht uns heute erstmal mit unseren lieben Zuschauern auf Facebook, wie immer, rüber zu YouTube. Die Sendung wird auf Facebook dann gelöscht, nicht weiterteilen. Die Sendung auf YouTube, die könnt ihr teilen, bitte mit euren Freunden. Ein Like da lassen, wenn ihr schon mal da seid dann und vielleicht noch abonnieren. Wir sind immer von Montag bis Freitag für euch da mit geilen Sound. Und heute ist richtiger klassischer Heavy Metal. Und die erste Band heute, die habe ich heute erst entdeckt. Die hatte ich komplett noch nicht auf dem Zettel. Und die haben mich gleich so mitgerissen. Das ist so ein Kracher. Und zwar die Band Kick Hunter. Habt ihr schon was von Kick Hunter gehört? Aus dem Label Metallica Records. So cool. Und wir sagen, die starten heute. Freut euch auf einen langen Abend. Das wird heute ein langes Interview. Und dann nicht dann die Aftershow. Also, seid dabei heute und viel Spaß bei Metal Forever am Freitagabend. Und hier sind Kick Hunter, Loud and Faster Attacke. Ein geiler Anfang, jawohl. So fängt ein Freitagabend an. Sehr geil. Die möchte ich kennenlernen. Kick Hunter, nicht Clit Hunter. Sagen wir mal. Also, ich sag's. Der Flo, der wird immer versauter. Also, das war ein Kick Hunter. Sehr geil. Lauter and faster. Mal schauen, ob wir die Jungs reinkriegen. Das ist genau meine Musik. Und die Band heute ist genau meine Musik. Ich habe es gerade gesagt vorher schon. Vielleicht alle, die jetzt später eingeschaltet haben. Heute gibt es klassischen Heavy Metal, so wie man sie vom Dio kennt. So Dio und vor allem mit Black Sabbath. So geil. Hier sind Book of Numbers mit ihrem Titeltrack vom neuen Album. Hier ist Magic und dann gleich im Interview hier auf Metalheads Forever. Hier ist Magic.
Words seem such a waste. None of them are true from my point of view. People think that talking is a sign of thinking. It's mechanical talking of the body relieving what thou wilt. The whole of the love. What thou wilt shall be the whole of the love.
USA, welcome to the stage, or welcome to the show, Brent and Kevin from Book of Numbers. Here we go.
Hey everybody.
That's what I expected. I had a pleasure today to listen to your album. What a killer. Magic. This is real magic. Thank you so much for your time. It's 6 o'clock in the morning here in the Philippines. It's 3 p.m. in Arizona, right?
Right. Yes.
So, how I start with a band who is such a joy. If you, for me, I'm a big Black Sabbath fan, especially the Sabbath time with Ronnie James Dio. And when I heard this album today, holy cow, there is something in the can. Here we go. You met him?
Oh, yeah. God bless Ronnie James Dio.
Hallelujah. But before we talk about the band Magic, not Magic, Book of Numbers, we talk about you guys. I want to know how you became a metalhead. That's always my first question. Even famous people, I want to know how they became a singer or guitar player in your case. Start with Brent.
Okay.
Brent, how you became such a talented guitar player. Kevin told me you play note by note Tony Iommi or Zakk Wylde, but how you became this guitar player? Go back to your childhood and let me know.
So, like a lot of people in America, you know, my first exposure to hard rock was Kiss. You know, I mean, Kiss was like everywhere, and they were kind of like the bad boys, you know, with the stage show and all of that stuff. So I went to go see them, but opening up for them, and this was when I was 11. So, you know, I was out kind of
You
running
opened
the
up
streets,
for Kiss?
10, 11 years old. And the opening band was AC/DC. And when I saw Angus Young going up and down the stage and I heard the music they were making, I went out and I bought every AC/DC record that I could because I just thought they were the best band I'd ever
Was
seen.
this AC/DC with Bon Scott? With Bon Scott, I guess. This was AC/DC with
Bon Scott. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Left 30 Rock album.
This recording today is 19th of February, and today is Bon Scott's anniversary. He's dead.
Oh, wow.
God bless you, Bon Scott.
I met him. I not met him. I saw it was in a concert just 3 months before his death. He was in Germany, in Regensburg, and I touched Bon Scott for a quick second. I told the story so many times, but this was a magic moment. I touched his arm because he took Angus Young on his shoulder, and he was in a crowd, and it was just in front of me. So what the fuck? I touched him, and I grabbed a little bit only, but I felt a sweat, and I still to this day. We talk about 79. I know this feeling. I touched Bon Scott's wet arm. Yes.
So he did the same thing at this concert. He got up on Bon Scott's shoulders, and Bon Scott took him around the whole arena. It was epic, you know. It was magic.
Yeah, and I was in a concert, and he took Angus Young on his shoulder, and he was in the crowd. Not long.
Yeah. That's cool.
But I had the pleasure to. I was so small. I was a young dude, you know, and suddenly he was in front of me. What the fuck? You know, it's like God arrived.
Yeah.
So what was your influence guitar wise? Was it Tony Iommi, for example, or was it Ace Frehley?
It started off, it was Angus Young. That's when I got my first guitar. I got my first guitar a month after that concert, and I kept listening to it going, why doesn't it sound like AC/DC? You know, because I didn't have like the Marshall stacks and any of that.
Yes.
I got everything from like, you know, the Sears catalog, which is like in the US, you know, that's where you buy like your first, you know, starter guitar and amp. And then very quickly after that, I started playing, and then I became introduced to Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen, and then who I loved, and then Randy Rhoads. And when I heard Randy Rhoads, that's when I knew I wanted to be a guitar player.
Wow.
And so I learned the entire Diary of a Madman album note for note, the entire Blizzard of Oz album note for note. And that's how I got on this path of loving guitar playing and being a guitar player myself.
Amazing. So we have something in common. AC/DC was my opening, 78, from Elvis to AC/DC, and I was hooked for life.
Yeah.
And very many people don't know why my name is Richie. Richie is not my original name. I took this in 83 because I was a fan of Richie Blackmore, and I love this name, Richie. Yeah, I love this name, Richie, and that's why I took over from my original name to Richie, and now it's even in my passport. You know, Richie Newton is in my passport. So this is like since 2007. So this is because of Richie Blackmore, because I was a big Rainbow fan, and then of course, Purple, you know, the back catalog. You know, it was such amazing time, maybe for you too, when you get to hook to some music, and suddenly there is a back catalog from every band. This was so much to discover. I think it was the same with you. You suddenly, oh man, there is Scorpions, there is Deep Purple, there is Black Sabbath, there's Van Halen. It was an amazing time. The 80s was for me the best time of my life. I don't know how was it for you guys. It's my best time.
You can remember?
I remember. I know this famous. If you don't remember the 80s, you wasn't there. Yeah.
Just saying.
Kevin, you cover actually two legendary singers. One is you look like the Madman, but sound like in some songs like the king of heavy metal. For me, is Ronnie James Dio, the king of heavy metal. He is amazing. Hallelujah to Ronnie James Dio. And so give me your story, how you became a singer.
I started singing at age 5 in my church in kids' chorale. I started playing piano at age 5 because my babysitter was my choir teacher. So 5 days a week, I got choir and piano lessons. And then all of a sudden, when I got old enough to join a rock and roll band, one of my buddies brought me Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow. And I heard the song Gates of Babylon, Man on the Silver Mountain. I heard all that killer shit that he was putting out.
Kill the King. Don't forget Kill the King.
Kill the King, buddy, with that killer B3 Hammond organ. So
and the double bass from Cossey Powell.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
hell yeah.
It just reached my soul. And I knew at that moment that if I could sound like that singer, so I joined a high school band. We played all sorts of beer keg parties in San Diego. And I did all the cover tunes from UFO to Scorpions to, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Ronnie Dio. And this was in the, 1980, 81, 82, 83. I got a chance to perform in my first original band at Gazzari's Hollywood up in LA, back with old man Gazzari was running the place. I've had a really rich history out here in Southern California and in the Southwest here in Arizona, but I heard Ronnie James Dio, and then I've always been accused of looking like Ozzy. So I feel I've been blessed with both of the best singers Black Sabbath ever had. But Ronnie's voice, in my opinion, there's nobody that could do that, reach into my soul and pull out the best of me. But it was the Heaven and Hell album. Heaven and Hell, to me, is the best heavy metal, hard rock. I don't care what you call it. You can call it anything, but you can't call it bad. It is the best album, in my opinion, on the face of the planet. So, hence, Children of the Sea.
We don't disagree.
I love that album. I think Tony and Geezer and whatever drummer that's good. Tony, Geezer, and Ronnie. Oh my God, really? They're the best of the best, man.
Yeah,
they're just magic.
We talk about later again about
I
this
know,
because you covered one song and
we did.
We talk about this. Yeah, look at that. We just heard the song Magic, which this was my introduction to you guys. And when I saw this video, I said, I want this band. I want this band. But you are on Pride and Joy, so it's no problem to get people like you. So greetings to Birgit. Thank you, Birgit, to make this happen.
Yes.
To got the contact. I play now a song because Magic, the song we talk about later. This will be our kick-out song when I let you go today. We talked about the song Magic later. Okay.
Sounds good.
Now I play the song Optimism from the album Magic, and then we talk about this. And
try to understand me. I'm just human, just like you. Isn't black or white or red or blue. It's the sacrifice from you. The powers between us. I'll be traveling life with you. All because Wasn't here to there, it's all around us, having us, and that's enough. The flowers are beautiful, well, I'll be traveling life with you, all because I love you. Now we got a life that really shines. We took care of business, left the junk behind. Full of optimism from the choice we take, having no regrets and no balls to break. Fly to the stars, create life, start some fires, cry to the sky throughout time to only find each other. Cry, fly,
Wow. I love it. And I tell you what, this Album, now I speak German to our guests, dieses Album, liebe Freunde, das müsst ihr euch holen. Das ist ein Hammer. Ein Klassiker. Book of Numbers, Magic. Das Album ist der Wahnsinn. Wer auf Sound von Black Sabbath, Dio steht, der wird hier voll bedient. Das sind Könner am Werk. Switch back to English. This was for our viewers. Kevin, you have German roots. You call your name is Kevin Schumacher.
Yes.
Tell me about this.
The blood flowing through my veins must be from that region. Yes.
But Schumacher without H.
3 H's. SCHUHMACHER.
Okay. Schumacher. But not the racing. No contact to the racing legend.
No, I'm just racing to the stage.
And back. On the stage. Yeah. Tell me about Optimism, the song.
Optimism is the way that I like to approach life. I wake up in the morning and I'd like to be optimistic about the time. The lyrics, however, talk about how the first verse is about running into hard times and having to sell everything just to make ends meet. And now you have nothing. But it also talks about planting a seed and moving forward and growing that seed. And then in the last verse, it talks about, well, you've gained so much in your, through hard times, now into good times with your optimistic outlook on life, that you've been able to branch out, reach out, start a family, and you bought all your things back that you lost and some. So it's a pretty cool, success story is what it's about.
What sticks out? It always reminds me like Sabbath did it. Let's say like the song "Children of the Sea." It started soft,
yes,
and then it grows, and it becomes a monster of a song in the end.
Yes.
So you like this? It's like a red line in your album. This nearly every song starts like this. It starts melodic and then becomes a powerhouse.
So one thing that's interesting about that song is that's the first song Kevin and I ever wrote together.
Okay.
And the first song that Ronnie James Dio ever wrote with Tony Iommi was Children of the Sea. So
right.
we similarly started off our career as a band with a song that kind of starts off with some nice chord to kind of set a mood and some beautiful vocals to kind of get you into our world, and then we
Crunch.
kick it in.
Well, and so we paralleled Tony and Ronnie, and the original name of Optimism was going to be Children of Optimism.
Okay.
That was changed. It was suggested that because we had Children of the Sea,
Right.
As a cover, yeah.
it was suggested that we just drop the Children of, and we just left it Optimism.
Okay. This makes sense. Cool song. Absolutely. And I would say we go right to the next one. And I'd say we play it first always and then talk later. Agreed?
Agreed.
All right. And the next song is Contact, Kissing, Laughter. Here we go. Enjoy. Another killer tune, but this time is different. There's a long solo. Is this the contact, the name of the solo? Because it's called contact slash
the name of the solo.
Kissing Laughter.
Contact's the name of the solo. Kissing Laughter is the name of the song.
Okay.
So with the solo, I just kind of wanted to do something like, when I first heard Eruption by Eddie Van Halen, I thought,
I just want to say, why I didn't say it. I would say Eruption, like the famous one, like I think this was the introduction to Van Halen. So everybody said, what the hell? Even the big names. I think people like Richie Blackmore or Tony Iommi, when they heard Eddie Van Halen the very first time, who had a good nose already? Of course, Gene Simmons.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
There's another Kiss connection.
Right.
He heard the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So great solo. And this shows already your chops. This already shows what you can do, And then comes this unbelievable Kissing Laughter. So, Kevin, Kissing Laughter, what is all about?
Well, Kissing Laughter is an actual dream that I had. And I dreamed a lot of it. And I woke up in the middle of this dream screaming. My wife was shaking me, waking me up, and I was screaming. And I jumped up out of bed and ran into my office and wrote it all down before I forgot it. So a lot of the lyrics are something that happened in my head, but it's just really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
cool song.
I lost my mind, can't seem to start. I lost the key to unlock my heart. I bought it all and I can't be sure. I think I'm ill with no cure. So anyways, it's an interesting, I dream a lot. My dreams are action packed and I'm always the good guy and I always win. It's great. I even fly in my dreams. So a lot of these songs are actual dreams from the other side or whatever's inside of me.
You watch too much Aussie, I guess. Don't blow it.
I know.
Don't blow it. We have something different. We have this interview will be something different. We never had, and I promise you, also ihr da draußen, ich verspreche euch jetzt schon mal, das wird heute eine Überraschung für euch werden. Da haut euch den Vogel raus. Das wird heute eine Sensation, was wir heute hier haben. We have a sensation today, but we need a little bit more time because we want to know you guys. Let us talk about the cover. What this cover is all about. We talk about the cover of Magic. Here we go. What is different? Magic with a CK. Is there a reason for this?
Yeah, it's the book of magic that was written by and spelt that way by Aleister Crowley back in the day.
Mr. Crowley.
And the cover artwork, however, is Moses out in the desert, bringing the Israelites through the desert. And there was all these venomous snakes that were killing. And it's in the book of Numbers that these venomous snakes were killing off the Israelites. And God sent down a good serpent. And that serpent is represented on the cross with Moses pointing at it.
Yes.
And if you get bit by that serpent, it'll cure you of the bad serpents. So think about it. COVID-19. We'll cover another tune in a little bit on the album that actually covers the pandemic that we just all went through. This is like a current artwork that reminded me of the pandemic that we went through, a worldwide pandemic, COVID-19. And so anyways, not that the cure that man created was any better, any good or anything, but it's a cool piece of the Old Testament. I dig the Old Testament. If you ever want to write a cool horror movie, just pick something out of the Old Testament because It's the best content you can ever find for horror. And, it's just wicked. So that's what that is. That's in the Bible. It's in the desert, Lord knows where. But that snake is the good snake on a cross. If you get bit by that, it'll cure you from the bad snakes that are killing everybody on the ground.
Hallelujah. I am sure Ron James, you wouldn't have a blast to talk about this because
so true.
He says, heaven, you can make your own heaven, you can make your own hell.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
We do every day.
I couldn't have said that better myself.
Yeah. That's Ronnie said this, and I agree.
I remember.
You produce your own hell or heaven.
Right.
Yeah. The next song, this is a real stoner song. The song "Our Dying World," and I think this was the song you mentioned before, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's play the song first, and then give me explanation, backstory about this. Here's "Our Dying World" and action. Yes.
Not many have been there. Too many have tried. So many have fallen to be pushed far aside. And then came the rain, and the flowers bloomed again, and the sun and the moon aligned. Not many have seen her. Too many have failed. So many are broken to be stuck or derailed. Darkened skies hurts to breathe. Bloody sight, there's no more trees Not many have been here. No stories to share. We're all living in fear. It all isn't fair. And then came the rain, and the flowers bloomed again, and the earth and the stars aligned. Of our dying world, the frustration, the radiation, the devastation of our dying world, the devastation, the radiation, the liberation of our dying world, the radiation, the observation, the devastation of our dying world.
Getting deeper and deeper. And this was now the stoner rock. We have many fans of stoner rock. This, you agree? It's a stoner rock number?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's my love of Tony Iommi, and that album. The albums we were just talking about, Heaven and Hell, Mob Rules. Or they just kind of perfected that with beautiful soaring vocals on top of it. And so our take on it, our way of celebrating it's our dying world.
Yes. So give me a backstory, Kevin. Our dying world. Is our world dying? I mean, if you go in YouTube and give in Earth or something, our world is fucked up. It's everywhere you look. It's burning, flooding, rubbish, and goes on and on. Is
Sure.
our world dying? Is this just the backstory?
Yeah, it is. And we just went through a world pandemic because people want to screw around with genetics and bats. But there's nothing wrong with bats. I like them. But, if you look at the world as doom and gloom, and you want to make an album that's doom and gloom, then go for it. We did, and I love it. It's great content. In my personal life, I don't believe that mankind has a doom and gloom ending. I believe that we are truly enlightened. We are guided with this enlightenment that one day we will be searching through the galaxy for other life forms and recolonizing on other planets. I don't believe this is the end. I do believe we're polluting our planet. I believe we're poisoning our oceans, our rivers. I believe that, in some synthetic garbage can, we're turning our planet into that. But I do believe we will turn it around one day. And I do believe that we won't have to worry about each other, that we will unite one day on the planet. And we'll probably end up having to worry about some badass aliens that can kick our ass. So, we'll have to create the United Federation of Planets one day to take care of us. So, no, I believe that we're going to have a very good future and mankind will flourish on other planets one day. But for the moment, it's great content for a heavy metal band. And Our Dying World covers not only the COVID-19 pandemic, but it talks about the flowers blooming again, because in the ending, it talks about the flowers and the pretty part of that song. It does talk about how we do rejuvenate this planet and the flowers bloom again. And I believe that we will clean our act up as a race, as the human race.
Amen. This was a great explanation.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I agree. 100% I agree. And I must say, I am happy that I have my passion for me is the world best music. Rock music is the best. And like festivals, 100,000 people, very rare there's some aggression. There's always love. There's love for the music, love for the bands. And if the whole world would be metalheads, we had a very, very nice world.
We would.
Yes, we would.
Yes.
Metalheads are the best people on earth.
Yes, absolutely. All right, gentlemen, now it's time to dive in the world of Black Sabbath. And I was delighted when I saw on the album, because I had only one day to discover you guys, because we have every day different bands. So one day by a time, one band by a time. And when I saw on the cover Children of the Sea, I hope it's this Children of the Sea, you know? And the moment I heard it, and then I was waiting, so how Kevin sings Ronnie James Dio. I said, yes, this sounds exactly like Ronnie James Dio. Absolutely.
Thank you.
You don't cover him. You have your own style. You have your own identity. Is not a Ronnie James Dio cover band. This is a Book of Numbers. Is a band who plays tribute and pays tribute to a great era of Black Sabbath. And who thought when they get rid of Ozzy that something would come. You know what is strange? What was one of my favorite in this time from Black Sabbath was Never Say Die. People said this was the weakest album, but I love the title track Never Say Die, you know? And I remember when I very first time I got the album, I said, what? It looks the angels with the cigarettes, what is this now? And then I heard Neon Nights. I said, wow.
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
And then this unbelievable tune, Children of the Sea.
Yes.
That was, and I would say we play first a song, and then maybe Kevin gives us a little a cappella. In the misty morning. Who knows? Let's play Children of the Sea, the version of Book of Numbers. Here we go. Das war natürlich jetzt ein kleiner Fehler gewesen. Jetzt bin ich live wieder bei euch hier. Ich mal alle begrüßen da draußen. Nicht, dass ihr wundert, warum wird heute überhaupt keiner begrüßt hier im Chat. Alle, die sich jetzt später eingeloggt haben, weil das Interview am 19. Februar schon aufgezeichnet wurde. Ich habe da ein bisschen vorgegriffen. Jetzt kommt nämlich nochmal die Erklärung ein bisschen was jetzt kommt das A Cappella und dann kommt Children of the Sea. Nicht, dass ihr es wundert. Es war ein kleiner Fehler im Interview, aber mein Gott, macht nichts. Seid alle gegrüßt draußen. Schön, dass ihr da seid. Ich sehe viele und ich weiß nicht, wie es euch geht. Je öfter ich jetzt diese Band höre, umso besser gefällt mir es, weil es wirklich was Außergewöhnliches. Das ist der alte Sound von den 80ern mit einem unglaublichen Gitarristen und ein geiler Sänger. Und heute gibt es eine Überraschung. Alle, die sich später eingeloggt haben, ich habe was versprochen. Es gibt noch 2 Videos. Kommt erstmal ein Interview, geht es weiter gleich. Und dann kommt Children of the Sea. Es ist natürlich nicht Ronnie James Dio gecovert, aber er singt es auf seine eigene Weise. Und das hat mir so gut gefallen, weil er eben nicht covert, sondern dass er sein eigenes Stil reinbringt. Kevin ist ein sehr sympathischer und Brent super coole Jungs. Und ja, ihr werdet dann später noch was sehen. Ich habe mich weggeschmissen. Das wird fast ein Highlight für allen Sendungen. Heute in 557 Sendungen. So ein, was da kommt, das ist schon cool. Und ja, ich bin echt happy, dass die Jungs eben da waren. Und das war schon am 19. Februar, am Todestag von Bon Scott. Ja. So, weiter geht's mit dem Interview und dann gibt es gleich Children of the Sea and Enjoy. Und danach sehen wir uns dann in der Aftershow. Here we go. What can I say? As a diehard Black Sabbath fan, especially Heaven and Hell and Mob Rules, I love Mob Rules as well. Great album.
Me too. Yeah.
But I agree, Heaven and Hell was the masterpiece. Like for me, this is hard to say. Is Hyper to Hell the masterpiece? There are so many. Is Let There Be Rock or Power Age or High Voltage, whatever. Heaven and Hell was a masterpiece, and for Rainbow, for me, was Rising. And even Ron James Dio, he mentioned these albums with Rising, Heaven and Hell. That was milestones, and the production amazing, the sound.
David? Nothing about David?
Yeah, so the guy that actually mixed the Magic album for us, Book of Numbers, one of his very first jobs was as an engineer assisting Martin Birch on the Rainbow Rising album. And when he was working on our mixes, he said, you know, Brent, this really reminds me a lot of this time I was working with this band. It was called Ritchie Blackmore's Rainbow, and the album was called Rising, as though I had never heard of it. And meanwhile, I was a kid, like, I thought that was so epic that it must be from another planet. That it was the heaviest, coolest, magicalest thing I'd ever heard in my life. And to have the guy that worked on the record mix our record and say it reminded him of Ritchie Blackmore and Ronnie James Dio was just like,
holy shit.
Yes.
That's the real deal.
I thought the real deal.
I thought you would like some of that backstory.
I like to hear. This is the stuff I want to hear, you know?
When he was telling me that over the phone, I was like, oh, yeah, that's really cool. Hey, thanks, man. Then I try to play all cool, and I call Kevin. I go, Kevin, guess what? Guess what he just said?
He said, David Thoner just compared us to Ritchie Blackmore and Ronnie James Dio. I'm like, what? Hell yeah.
There's also this track with the drum intro. And this covers very much Winnie Appice's drum style. This was like a very iconic style, how you play drums. And Winnie has this iconic stuff. He has this style.
Right,
yes.
Yeah, he's got that behind the beat. It just brings those doom guitar riffs and those beautiful vocals to life. Yeah.
It screams. It screams to play a riff like this, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we're coming from the same place.
Yeah, because we grew up in the same time. We listened to the same stuff, you know.
And we love the same stuff.
I was a drummer by myself in the 70s, you know. I was even was exposed to drummers. I was like, holy shit, you know. I would just learn drumming, and the first band I played, he played Hendrix and Zappa. I had to cover Frank Zappa tunes as a new drummer. So holy shit, this is difficult stuff, you know.
Very.
Yeah, but yeah, Bill Ward, like the there's always some from each generation some drummers I admire, like Herman Rarebell from Scorpions, straight drumming, or Cosy Powell when I very first heard Kill the King. So holy shit, this double bass. Or let's say Motley Crue, Tommy Lee. This so iconic drummers. They have a style. You know this. It's him. Or Phil Rudd. Don't forget Phil Rudd. It's like this. Yeah. All right. Children of the Sea. Why you chose this song?
It's my favorite song.
It's your favorite song.
I felt like it was Kevin and I, when we first started getting together, before we did Book of Numbers, our first project was going to be that we were going to cover the entire Heaven and Hell album because it was both of our favorite records. I was like, I love it. You love it. Let's just do the whole record. So we learned and performed the record within 1 week of having that conversation. I came back here to his house and we played the entire record from Neon Nights all the way through to Lonely is the Word, in order, every song. And we loved it. So
you know the backstory of Neon Nights. This actually was the last number.
Was it?
They needed an opener. They hadn't written Neon Nights, and they put it together very, very quickly. And out came a legend like this.
Because that was the first song I heard, like what you were saying when we talked about it. When I heard that, you hear that for the first time in 1980, and your mind is blown. And those vocals coming in over the top of that.
But I will hear now. Kevin, now give us a cappella short version of In the Misty Morning.
Me.
I'm warm up for.
Just kidding. I don't need to warm up. I don't warm up.
He doesn't warm up.
You need a Guinness. A sip of a Guinness. Here you go.
Give me a Guinness. I'll warm up with that for sure.
Exactly.
In the misty morning, on the edge of time, we lost the rising sun, the final sign. As the misty morning rolls away to die, reaching for the stars, we blind the sky.
Yeah, that's what makes Ronnie's voice so unique, because he brought this beautiful, clean voice, and then the grip. Then comes this aggressive. This made him so iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Kevin. Nada. All right, friends. I promised you we have something special today, and I play now Children of the Sea, and then we have something special. Prepare for attack. Here is Children of the Sea.
In the misty morning, on the edge of time, we've lost the rising sun, our final sign. As the misty morning rolls away to die, reaching for the stars, we blind the sky. Across the air before we learn to fly. We thought that it would never end. We glide above the ground before we learn to run. Now it seems the world has come undone. Oh, they say that it's over, and it just has to be. Oh, they say that it's over. We're lost children of the sea. fucking Prince of Darkness II. Let's go for a ride on the crazy train with I Don't Know, the Aussie experience. Where's the fucking bat? All aboard! Selfish love, yeah, we're both alone. We're right before the fall, yeah. But I'm gonna take this heart of stone. I just got to have it all. I've seen your face 100 times. Every day we've been apart, and I don't care about the sunshine, yeah. 'Cause mama,
dingleberries on me crotch.
Ich habe es euch versprochen, es gibt eine Überraschung heute. Jetzt gibt es was es noch nie in der Sendung gegeben hat. Nämlich ein Interview der Extraklasse. Seid mal gespannt. Welcome to the show now, the Aussie Experience.
God bless you all.
Aussie, it's you.
Hey,
Randy, it's you. Randy Rhoads and Aussie Osbourne. Holy fuck.
I said, what can't fucking is? I'm Aussie reborn.
Aussie Reborn. Aussie, is it okay for you? I ask you some questions I always want to know about Aussie. Is it okay for you?
Oh yeah, man. Just you can ask me what the fuck you want, man.
Aussie, who came up with this Prince of Darkness?
You know, it's something I think. It's my stepfather. You know, my stepfather, the Satan, came up with the Prince of Darkness. I'm fucking Prince of Darkness the second. You know.
Ah, the stepfather. I never know. I thought maybe Sharon gave you this because she's the marketing genius of Ozzy Osbourne or not. So let me ask you about Sharon, your wife, your beloved wife for over nearly 40 years. People say Sharon, she is the bitch. She pushes you on the stage, even you are sick like hell. Is Sharon like this, or you have the passion to go on stage? Tell me.
Oh fuck yeah, man! She as we fucking singing, it was 2 nights in a row, and she's going to be on the fucking road all week, and she pushes me out there. She's always, fuck yeah, man! She could make a lot of dough, you know. I mean, it's what I do. I don't know if I'd go. I love the stage, man. It's just something I do.
So without, understand now. For why you have Aussie on your hand tattoo? To remember who you are, or what is it?
Oh, you should see my knees. I got happy faces on my knees. So when I
know, but show me your fist or your hand again. Here we go, Aussie. Ah.
That's my knuckles. You know, I got a lot of tattoos. You know, but. It's just get all fucked up and put ink on my skin, you know.
Aussie, you like bubbles?
Fuck bubbles, man. I'm a fucking piece of fucking darkness, man. Fuck the bubbles.
Yeah. Aussie, is this true? Or is this for Motley Crue? They put it in the dirt that you snore ants. Is this true?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't really remember. I mean, it's just a time I was so fucked up all the time, you know. But you know, it wasn't a problem snorting the ants; it was shitting them the next fucking day. It burned me ass, man. And the fucking redheads, these fucking California redheads, they burned me my arse, man. You know.
So I'm wondering, when you pass the Alamo, I think you will pass Alamo many times when you go on tour. You still regret what you did? Piss on the Alamo? Or what?
You know, man, they wouldn't let me play in Texas a lot. You know, they fucking banned me for 10 years. I think it was fucking 10 years or something. But no, I mean, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was all fucked up. You know, I didn't mean to piss on any kids or anything, you know. Sharon took all my clothes. She took every so I grabbed her dress and started walking around. I wanted to party, you know. But you know, it's like they locked me up. Everything's okay now, man. You know.
Yeah, interesting. One question more. How tastes the piss of Nikki Sixx?
You know, the only reason I did that was because he had so much more blow than I did. I was fucked up all night. It took less than a fucking week, you know. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but man, there's no urine there, man. It was all cocaine.
Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah, I understand. Aussie, the the shock goes around the world, you retired from touring. True or not true? Well, really? But I hope you find a place in Las Vegas, for example, as a resident. Possible?
With Sharon, she's always doing something to try and make just more successful and we kind of recreate ourselves all the time. But I mean, I'm not good snub. We're happy in England, and I don't know if I'll go over to tour again. But
you went back to England.
More shows.
Yeah. What should be on your gravestone one day? One day you kiss the ass and then zack, you're gone. And the legend. What should be on your gravestone, on the tombstone?
Well, I'm hoping if I say John Michael Osborne and.
Yeah, this is legendary. Yeah. Anything? Yeah. What about? You have actually a bat next to you. You still bite the bat off the head of the bat. Yeah?
I can just give my bats back to China. They're doing research on it and all that shit. The problem with fucking bats, I bite the fucking head off a bat, and everybody, that's all they talk about is fucking bats, man. I'm a fucking rock and roller, man. I go crazy. I play music. I got some of the best fucking musicians that God put on the planet. And they talk about a fucking bat, man. Fuck bats, man. Fuck them.
Last question. You have Randy Rhoads next to you. What was the best one actually from the heart? Let's say you worked with Tony Iommi, you worked with Randy Rhoads, you worked with Jakey Lee, you worked with Zakk Wylde, Gus G. Tell me, who was the best one?
Oh, it was Brad Gillis. No, I'm kidding.
Brad Gillis, yeah, I forgot him. He helped out.
Man, this is fucking Randy Rhoads, Randy Rhoads, he came in and he gave me a whole new meaning in life, man. If it wasn't for Randy Rhoads, I'd be fucking dead or in prison, and Sharon, my wife. But it was Randy Rhoads that just, he was patient with me and we worked together. Tony, he's a riff master. Him and Tony, they created heavy metal. But Randy Rhoads, man, he's the fucking best, man.
And lucky us that Ozzy joined the band Book of Numbers. we are back now to this great album. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. This was amazing. Never happened before here. Yeah, you're my man. Brent, how many times you heard him talking like this and still amazes you, right?
Still funny after all these years. Love it. We have a great time together. And we're just trying to do justice to the music that we love.
To wrap this up, the Ozzy experience May got a spot in Las Vegas, right?
Yes.
What can we expect?
You can expect much more than a tribute to the Prince of Darkness, but you can expect to get what Ozzy used to give. I mean, let's face it, Ozzy might not be touring anymore. Let's face it, he may make some appearances here and there for special events, but he's not going to be the Ozzy that we love. And so I want to provide people an avenue that you can go down to experience the days of Tony Iommi with Ozzy and Randy Rhoads with Ozzy and Zakk Wylde and Jakey Lee. You can also experience so many things with the Osbournes TV show, because I have a Sharon Osbourne that comes out with some Osbourne antics that we're going to be writing into the show in a bigger way. It's an experience. It's not a tribute. This is like an experience,
like a metal musical, something like this.
It's going to be still going to a concert, but in between the songs, we're going to have a little bit of Ozzy antics from his famous reality TV show. And you can do that with Sharon. And we also covered the Lita Ford song, Close My Eyes Forever. And the people love that. The girls like that tune, the girls over 40. So the girls under 40 don't even know who Lita Ford is, but we do, and we love her. So we cover all of Ozzy's hits. At least, and there's so many of them. Really, you really can't cover them all, but we try our best to cover them all within a 2-hour period.
What about Changes with Kelly? This duet?
Wasn't that beautiful how they rewrote that from a father-daughter perspective?
Yes.
Yes, I cover Changes when we need to. Sure, but not that version. But I'd like that.
Let's go back to the album. Thank you very much. It was a very entertaining part of the show, and I am happy that I was so impressed when we had before the interview already a nice talk, Kevin and I, and he played this Aussie stuff. Said, "What the fuck is this amazing?" I love it. He nailed it. He nailed Aussie also. All right, we now there's not only rock and roll on the album. There's also a ballad on the album. Beautiful song called White Turns Black to Gray. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we play this song now, and then you give me a story to this song.
You
Here
got
we
it.
go. White turns black to gray.
With her loving eyes, brightens up my skies. In a wicked world today, white turns black to gray. With her loving heart, can't stand to be apart. In a wicked world today, white turns black to gray. Forever and ever, forever and ever, forever, forever, forever. With her I'm ensnared from her gentle care. In a wicked world today, white turns black to gray. Forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever, forever and ever and ever. Have seen past the darkness. I am dancing in the light. With her I am free, forever eternity. In a wicked world today, black turns white to gray. Forever and ever, forever and ever. ever and ever and ever. Forever. Forever and ever and ever. Forever and ever.
Great song. The different side of Kevin singing and beautiful. What is the story?
I think that all hard rock, heavy metal, if you look deep into your archives of the best bands ever and the best albums ever, you'll find that there's at least one ballad on that album. And in the tradition of the greatest gods of metal, hard rock, heavy metal, I don't care what you label us. I just want to sound good and I want people to enjoy us. We put a ballad on our album. And Brent, just for everybody's information, he writes all the music. He brings it to me. I write all the melody and harmony and all the lyrics. He doesn't mess with me. I don't mess with him. But boy, it's like glue. It sticks together. Yeah. It's like it's like a knot that ties in tight. So White Turns Black to Gray is about my wife, who is like an angel to me in white, and me coming from where I come from in the doom and gloom department, more like the dark, black. Well, when we met, it was like white turns black to gray. As we became one and married, we are now living in gray. And it's a love song to my wife. And so that's what it's all about.
Cool. Yep. Beautiful song.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the next one. We have 3 more left from the album. The next one is The Jester's Crown. Yo. Here we go. Let's listen first, and then let's give us a story about Jester's Crown. And here we go, Jester's Crown. It's getting better and better. I must say this album has so much depth that you dive in. You can discover. There's great musicianship, great playing, great singing. Yeah, Kevin, it's a great album. It's a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It is without doubt. It's a masterpiece. I loved it so much. Chester's Crown. What's the story, Kevin?
Well, I absolutely love the intro. It was meant, Brent, the intro was meant to be a beautiful intro with me singing on it. And I didn't feel I wanted to, do anything. It just didn't come across like that. So he put a really cool guitar intro, that melodic, beautiful intro. Then he goes into this crazy, like, tritone riff. And I'm like, oh, shit, that's demented. So I went into my gut and really did this guttural, we were recording in the studio and Brent's like, bring out your inner demons. And so, we just brought out this other side of this vocal style that I was experimenting with in this particular song. The lyrics are really deep. The song is about almost like, it's just twisted, man. The lyrics are real deep. It'd take a long time for me to explain it to you, but it's very biblical, and it's about like the Son of God and the Antichrist and the end of the world, doom and gloom. The typical motif. All the good stuff. So it's cool.
Yep. Great song. There is not one weak song. You have only 8 tracks on the album. Is this a reason why only 8?
They're long songs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. We have one more from.
Right on.
That's true. Yeah. Good explanation. Yesterday's nightmare is tomorrow's pleasure. So yesterday's nightmare, what is all about? But you know what? Let's play the first song. Let's play the song first.
Yes.
And then you tell me about this song, okay?
Thank you.
Here is Yesterday's Nightmare.
It's sad, but it's true.
there. Cool song, groovy like hell. Give me some story.
Well, Yesterday's Nightmare is definitely the Sabbath connection again. I mean, if Ronnie James Dio and Tony Iommi would have stayed together after the Mob Rules and never had separated and pumped out all that powerful metal, even Ronnie himself on an interview on a tour bus said it was the greatest heavy metal band of all time. And he was actually pissed. He was mad at Tony for breaking it up and all that drama they had in the studio with Live Evil. And he was pissed off because they should have all pulled their head out their ass and they should have kept pumping out that killer fucking music. But, and I agree with Ronnie. Well, hopefully Brent and I can take that torch and continue to move with it and run some relays, because I don't want to be Black Sabbath. I just want to be as good or different, or I love them so much that they influence me and it goes through my bones and my blood. So this next song, Yesterday's Nightmare, is a parallel to Tomorrow's Dream by Black Sabbath.
I mean, they did something again with Dehumanizer, with I.
Oh.
And also,
wasn't that
I mean,
killer?
I think that's such an underrated album. You know,
Absolutely.
I think that was the best album anybody put out in the 90s.
Yep.
And I think it was so different and ahead of its time that a lot of the Sabbath fans didn't like it.
it was too rough for them. It was
so heavy. It's
I
so
loved
heavy
it.
and angry. But I thought, brilliant. I don't think there's another record that came out in the 90s that even comes close to as good as that record.
I mean, this was maybe the answer Ronnie had for this grunge stuff, like Angry Machines, like he put albums out, you know, and showed them, hey, motherfuckers, we are still here.
That's right.
For me, I repeat myself so many times because I was a metalhead, and I couldn't understand where are the metalheads gone. Are they not loyal anymore? They're switched to sandals and pullovers and what the fuck, you know? For me was, but I was lucky. I was lucky because I switched from a recording artist to a tribute artist cover band, and I did the biker scene. I did for many years biker scene, which they didn't like grunge. They like Lynyrd Skynyrd, AC/DC, Black Sabbath, and Whitesnake and all. So I actually survived the 90s because I played the good tunes from the 80s, 70s, 80s. You know, so for me was okay. But I never believed I couldn't understand why so many thousands of loyal metalheads became grunge fans. You know, but lucky us that some of the original ones like Judas Priest or Iron Maiden, they kept the way. They're AC/DC. They're stuck to their guns and survived. And now look at now, you know, in 2023, the festivals walking 80,000 people, and still the big festivals, metal is still alive, and it will always be alive. And lucky for us, we have two generations of musicians. We have the old fellas like you guys who still keep the flame burning, and we have a younger generation with talented musicians who play the stuff from the 80s, who love the 80s. And it's always funny. One day have a young band, they're not, some of them they are born in the 90s and they grew up with Linkin Park or the new metal, you know. So and then they discover glam metal or new wave of British heavy metal, you know. And this is always funny for me. And there's so much talent out there. This keeps me, I was afraid when the big names like Ozzy, Dio, Bruce Dickinson, Brian Johnson, all Rob Halford, all the big ones are gone. What now? What then? But I am
doing it.
I think. And old fellas did something amazing. Like Journey started this to put a Filipino singer in front, and he's still, since after 15 years, the singer Anel Pineda is from Philippines, you know. Or Richie Blackmore gave Ronnie Romero the chance to shine, you know.
Yeah.
Blackmore covered takes Dino, brings young, hungry musicians in, and this is a good idea. I think this is a very good idea. That the flame still keeps, because the brand is there. Brand like AC/DC or Kiss is there. You not let them die. They are too long in the scene. Maybe they are too old to do. Bring new guys in and play the same sound. I think it's good. I like it.
Yes.
Maybe the badass. I think maybe the Aussie tribute with you continue because maybe one day Aussie sits in the first row and applaud you.
Yes. Yes.
I would love that.
That would be great.
What would you do if this happened? If Aussie comes to Las Vegas and Sharon surprise you and she watch you, and what would you say?
Here's your check. Here's your cut.
Yeah, that's. I think she will put a.
That's what they would say.
That's what you're going to want to say to Sharon.
What would I say? I would say, I love you, both of you, and thank you for all the years of amazing music and entertainment. There is only one Ozzy Osbourne, and I can only walk behind you. Yeah.
Is there actually a Aussie epic a film planned, documentary,
Yes.
so like the Elvis?
There is, and they want to do it while Ozzy's still alive so he can enjoy seeing it, experiencing it. They don't want to wait till after he's gone to do an epic show about him. Yes, they are, much like Bohemian Rhapsody.
I hope you are in the on their list.
Yeah.
They know where to find me.
Yeah, I have a friend. He's I never met him in person, but only we chat a lot. Is John Blunt. John Blunt is the Killer Queen in the Australians a queen. He looks like Freddie with his beard and the movements much better than the guy who did Bohemian Rhapsody. And but he did the first documentary, English documentary, 100,000 times already. You have to check it out. There's a Queen documentary, and his name is John Blunt, and he's amazing. He plays amazing. He can sing like what is the Canadian guy who sings like Freddie?
Adam Lambert.
No. This is the no. There's a tribute artist who sings like Freddie from Canada. It's great.
I know.
They even used his voice in the movie.
Interesting.
He's so close to Freddie. Anyway,
Well,
we 15. I think I could talk to you for hours. Okay. Last one. We played the song already. Is Magic, the title track of the album. So we played already. So give me the.
Well, one
story.
thing I'll say is it was kind of like you were mentioning. Neon Nights was one of the last songs written because they wanted a fast song, and Magic was one of our last songs written because we wanted a fast song, and it wound up starting off the album.
Yes, like Neon Nights with Heaven and Hell. Oftentimes, even Dio had We Rock, which was in the tradition of We Rock. But he would open with that song or stand up, We Rock was one of the openers. Neon Nights was an opener. Ozzy even does I Don't Know is his opener, which is a fast tune. Well, we needed one of our own, and we were winding down on the album, the Book of Numbers. Well, it ended up being the title of the album, Magic with a K. And all the lyrics are about doing what the hell you want in life and not caring about anybody but you, your family, and what's important to you. It's just doing what you want and not letting anybody influence you to do one or the other. Just do what you want and love who you want and be who you are and fuck everybody else.
Great. You know what I need now? First, I need a picture with you guys. This is the picture for thumbnail. I count to 3. You make something, whatever. And 1, 2, 3. Or so. What I need from you guys is a short message from Book of Numbers, and then I would get rid of the name. I want Aussie, like.
Now your name is Richie Newton.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Metalheads Forever. So I get
Metalheads Forever.
Metalheads Forever. So hi, this is Kevin and Brent from Book of Numbers, and you're watching Metalheads Forever. You don't have to mention my name; it's not so important. But important is Metalheads Forever. And
Okay.
after this, we do another one with a tribute without Book of Numbers, only him with the glasses, and create Metalheads Forever from the Aussie experience. Okay.
It'll look like Ozzy's doing it.
Okay, this will be cool. So first we do the
Numbers of
Book
book.
of Numbers. Yeah. Here we go.
Hello, I'm Kevin Schumacher with Book of Numbers. This is,
Brent Barker, Book of Numbers.
and you're listening to Metalheads Forever Rock Show.
Yeah.
This is Ozzy, the Prince of Fun Darkness, and you're listening to Metalheads Forever Rockcast. Sharon!
That was amazing. Thank you so much, Kevin, Brent. I wish you all the best, my friends. Thank you for a great interview. This was amazing. And
Thank you, Richie.
God bless you. Give my regards to the rest of the gang and keep rocking. And we need people like you. I salute you.
Rock and roll.
Thank you.
I hardly ever talk. Words seem such a waste. None of them are true from my point of view. People think
Das Indie Rock Reloaded Festival 2023. 4 Tage Heavy Metal vom Feinsten. Mit Headlinern wie Bonfire, Masterplan, Benediction, Firewind, Mystic Prophecy und 31 weitere fantastische Bands. Holt euch eure Tickets bei Mike's Metal Store now! And here we are. Was für ein geiles Interview. Ich habe es so genossen. Ich kann euch nur eins sagen, Freunde, ich habe das ganze Album jetzt schon ein paar Mal gehört, weil ja die ganzen Videos dazwischen, 4 gab es ja von Ihnen und den Rest habe ich geschnitten und immer natürlich die Musik gehört, so geil. Das ist so, das ist ehrliche Musik. Ehrlicher geht es gar nicht, wie als die Jungs das machen. Also nochmal, Book of Numbers war ein Highlight für mich und die Ossi-Geschichte, ich glaube, ich habe euch nicht zu viel versprochen, die sind doch wirklich geil. Fragen wir mal gleich mal Fronal und Michel, was die dazu sagen. Okay? Fronal und Michel, servus.
Servus.
Servus, grüß euch.
Jetzt ist es falsch. Michel ist
Hi,
Michel
ja.
und Fronal.
Weil hinten ging es auf der Couch, jetzt habe ich mir Zeit da herrichten müssen.
Siehst du das?
Ja, passt doch. Wir wissen, wer was ist.
Eben.
Ja. Wie hat euch das gefallen jetzt gerade?
Sehr gut.
Super. Die
Sau
waren
geil.
echt gut.
Und jetzt gleich mal die Frage in die Runde, soll man die Band, also die I Don't Know, I Don't Know, der Ossi Experience einladen für eine volle Show? Die haben nämlich einen Haufen Videos dazwischen. Das ist doch interessant, oder?
Wäre
Ja.
wünschenswert, ja.
Ja, dann machen wir das. Habe ich schon vorher im Chat gesehen, ja super. Ja,
Ja.
wunderbar. Bevor wir was verlosen, heute in der Früh habe ich eine Nachricht gekriegt auf WhatsApp von lieben Frank von Dark Sky. Die haben nämlich heute ein neues Video rausgebracht. Und habe ihm geschrieben, was Frank? Das spielt halt gleich das erste in der Aftershow. Geile Nummer. Wer auf Eishockey steht, der wird gleich jetzt irgendwie wissen, wo das genau ist. Mal schauen, ob jemand von euch da draußen genau weiß, welches Eishockey oder welcher Eishockey-Club das ist. Schauen wir mal. Hier sind Dark Sky und Heroes on Ice. Und dann haben wir schon verlosen. Okay? Here we go.
Jawohl.
Ich lese gerade, das sind die Wild Wings aus Schwenningen. Da schau her. Die Regina und Geri wissen das. Apropos Geri, ich habe schnell was so bekannt zu geben. Ihr wisst ja das Dilemma, was wir haben seit Monaten jetzt, wegen diesem Merchandise. Heute habe ich zum ersten Mal eine gute Nachricht bekommen, und zwar vom Dirk von Rindroth. Der hat mir geschrieben, dass sein Ding angemeldet ist, also kommt, also am Samstag oder Montag ist er schon in Nachverfolgung. Also alle, die von mir einen Link bekommen haben, diesen DHL-Link, bitte schaut mal auf den Link, jetzt angeblich soll man es jetzt sehen, wann es kommt. Also sind ja seit November nicht geschickt worden und sieht jetzt gut aus. Warten wir ab, ich bin immer noch ein bisschen skeptisch, aber laut Dirk schaut es jetzt gut aus. Also schaut bitte alle, die den Link von mir schon bekommen haben, mal drauf, ob das bei euch auch schon anzeigt. Angeblich soll es jetzt anzeigen. So, das zum Thema Merchandise. Jetzt kommen wir zum Merchandise zum Verlosen.
Jawohl.
Die erste Band heute sind Splicer, haben was geschickt. Splicer, schreibt er das.
Ja. Und zwar gibt es da einmal einen Flaschenöffner.
Das finde ich schon geil.
Ja,
So brauchen wir doch auch, oder? So
cool
brauchen wir für uns, oder? Sowas. Das wäre doch geil.
Ja, und vor allem ist der magnetisch an oder so. Also den kannst du am
Der bleibt an der Flasche.
Ja, glaube ich, geht er. Und einmal diese CD.
Sehr geil. Jawohl. Diese Flaschenöffner mit diesem Magnet, das finde ich eine gute Idee. Das wäre mir was, was vielleicht das Merchandise oder verlosen immer könnten, oder? Wäre eine geile Sache.
Ja, auf jeden
So.
Fall.
Muss ich an mein Bau noch einen Magneten hinmachen.
Wieso geht der Kühlschrank nicht?
Doch.
Schon?
Ja, da geht's doch, oder?
Ja, aber das ist voll mit Aufkleber. Bandaufkleber.
Also,
Den kann man ja schlecht verdecken.
so. Der Horst ist schon wieder am Rotieren und wie immer wird erst einmal gemischt. Er ist wieder vollzählig. Alles ist wieder drin. Und ihr sagt Stopp und dann hau ich drauf.
Stopp.
So, und groß gemacht, draufdruckt und ab geht die Post. Wer gewinnt? Splicer.
Ich will einen Flaschenöffner.
Da habe ich einen richtigen Song ausgewählt.
Und?
Die Heike braucht doch einen Flaschenöffner. TNT.
Glückwunsch.
Glückwunsch.
Heikelein, du bekommst CD von Splicer und Flaschenöffner. Und perfekt für dies natürlich jetzt ist der Song Bierwolf. Wir sind Splicer.
Tonight, at the first romantic ice that's breathing and insulating. So tell me where we find spot here on the way. Be a wolf,
Besten Dank ans Bleiser für das Fanpaket. Sehr, sehr geil.
Saugeil.
Ich hab überlegt,
Saugeil.
Ich muss
was
aber
wir-
dazu sagen, dass nur ein Fanpaket gekommen ist. Aber das habe ich halt bei den Gewinnen nicht dabei.
Mach doch nichts, haben wir das nächste Mal. Wir haben eine andere Sache, ne?
Ja, aber ich kann auf jeden Fall sagen, von Jaded Heart ist ein riesen Fanpaket gekommen. Mit ganz
Geil.
viel CDs.
Ja, die haben mir angeschrieben gehabt und gefragt. Heute ist auch wieder eine Anfrage gekommen. Und zwar Seven Station haben heute angefragt. Wegen einem Fanpaket. Haben die Adresse gebraucht und kommt auch was.
Ah, ja.
So, weiter geht's. Wir sind ja schon spät dran, zwischen 2 Stunden und 18 Minuten. Sind wir heute schon lange
Ja.
mit dabei. Ne? Ja, aber dafür gibt es ja einiges zu gewinnen jetzt, gleich hintereinander. Und zwar jetzt gibt es von Eruption was.
Genau. Einmal eine CD.
CD, jawohl. Horst,
Genau.
es wird wieder gemischt. Wisst schon, ich mische. Here we go.
Stopp.
Stopp. Und groß gemacht, draufgedruckt. Ab geht die Marie. Wer gewinnt? Eruption.
Der Michael. Pass auf.
Du kriegst nichts.
Schade.
Heute ist Frauentag. Gabi,
Glückwunsch.
Glückwunsch.
Glückwunsch, liebe Gabi. Falls du zuschauen solltest oder später, sei gegrüßt und Gratulation. Und vor Eruption gibt's Coffin Bread. Attacke.
Born to slay. Out of sight, they are the faceless. Stripped of names.
das war jetzt nicht Coffin Bread, das war Beyond the Black, weiß nicht, wie es so geheißen hat. Und das ist perfekt jetzt für die Gabi. Das könnte genauso von Red to Crazy, ne? Das ist also perfekt. Vielleicht kennen Sie sie sogar, vielleicht haben sie sogar mal gespielt. Also, Gabi. Und liebe Grüße an die Heike. Jetzt hat sie endlich geschafft. Endlich Feierabend, der Heike. Schön, dass du da bist. Haben wir heute ist extra für dich, hat es länger gedauert. Ob du was versäumt hast? Ja, du hast was gewonnen. Das hat der Tom schon geschrieben. Das Bleiser CD. Jawohl, das kriegst du. Coole Sache. Und einen Flaschenöffner mit Magnet. Und was du verpasst hast, schau dir die Sendung von vorne nochmal an, weil die Sendung heute war, glaube ich, cool. Das Interview mit Book of Numbers, mit einem Special Ozzy Osbourne Part in der Sendung. War sehr, sehr cool. So, wir machen weiter. Und zwar, jetzt kriegt was auf die Glocke, nämlich die Freunde von Rotting Empire haben was geschickt. Oh, geil Shirt. Yeah.
Schaut echt cool aus.
Super cool.
Genau.
Jawohl. Wer gewinnt? Gibt es das in kleinen Größen, ne? Weil das ist ja eine Zeit für Teige zum Beispiel. Die hat schon gewonnen.
Na, das ist tatsächlich die einzige Größe, was wir so haben. Also wenn, dann werde ich was anderes auswählen. Okay.
So, ich mische wieder. Ich sage wieder Stopp.
Stopp.
Stopp und groß gemacht und draufdruckt. Wer gewinnt? Rotting Empire Shirt. Jetzt ja eigentlich ein Sound?
Na, halt nicht.
Muss ich noch gleich schon umgehen.
Ja, gar nicht, weil ich höre auch nichts. Man denkt, ja, das ist bloß ich höre das.
Jürgen!
Glückwunsch.
Glückwunsch, Jürgen! Rotting Empire Shirt geht an dich. Und hier ist der richtige Sound dazu. Und der Song Depression Attacke.
Burning
wenn in der alte Eisenbahnlinie bei Straubing-Bogen oder bei Bogen in Bayerischwald ist, dann liegt er wahrscheinlich, ist er noch verhungert, weil da kommt kein Zug mehr. So, Rotting Empire, danke für das Fanpaket natürlich. Super cool. Und tja, ich habe gerade gelesen, der Jürgen war gerade draußen, genau wo er gewinnt, da ist er beim Kiffen. Nicht Kiffen, ich sage nicht Kiffen. Ja, weil er K geschrieben hat, irgendwas mit K. Weiß ich nicht, vielleicht hat er Dampf. So, weiter geht's mit Gebrüll. Und zwar, jetzt habe ich einen Sound eingestellt, aber jetzt geht er wieder. Wir haben was von der Gottesschlange. Ja, das Englisch funktioniert.
Lern's noch.
God Snake, jawohl.
Genau, einmal eine Karte,
Das ist ein Aufnäher.
ein Shirt vorne und hinten.
Sehr geil.
Das sind Aufkleber.
Aufkleber.
Genau, und dann gibt es noch so einen Button dazu.
Ja, das volle Programm heute. Super cool. Jawohl.
Ja.
Was steht hinten drauf am Shirt? We disagree, oder? Habe ich da gerade Kritik gelesen?
Extra. Ja.
Kann man das lesen?
Ja. Extract the poison thorn. Okay. Ja, weil ich
Aber ich mit meinem bayerischen Englisch brauchen wir mich da nicht reden.
Was sagst du? Mein Ich ist er auf Englisch?
Was?
Mein Ich ist er auf Englisch?
Das weißt du wie nicht. Also ich kann nicht einmal das Schulenglisch, ich bin da totaler Depp.
Ja, sagen wir mal, my I is he.
Okay.
Sagst du immer.
Ja,
Okay,
bin ich
so,
wirklich ein Depp.
ich bin wieder am Mischen. Ich mische mir gerade einen Wolf. Ihr sagt Stopp und dann gibt es gleich, wer gewinnt.
Stopp.
Und Großmacher, draufdruckt und Attacke. Jetzt jetzt, oder? Sound?
Jetzt ist er wieder da, ja?
Ja, da war der Hackel wieder nicht drin. Hackelzement. Die schaut nach Carola aus oder die Raffaela? Raffaela. Wieder Porto gespart. Jawohl.
Ja.
Sehr gut. Und für die Raffaela gibt es We Disagree von Godsnake.
Thank
Sehr, sehr geil, ja?
Knallt.
Knallt wie Sau. Ja, lieber Klaus, falls du noch da bist, gute Nacht, schlaf gut. So. Ja, Altmetaller. Das ist wirklich gut, ja, der gute Klaus. So, jetzt gibt es noch was. Ein letztes, du hast selber noch eins übrig, ne? 5 gibt es immer. Und noch 3 Poster natürlich wieder. Und
Ja.
das ist von Meridian. Jetzt gehen wir mal in ein bisschen die melodische Ecke heute.
Ja, und zu der CD muss ich was sagen, die ist uns nämlich nochmal nachgeschickt worden. Wir haben ja schon ein Paket gekriegt und die ist jetzt vor ein paar Tagen gekommen, extra aus Portugal. Nur mal zum Verlosen.
Wow, das ist ja geil.
Ja, fand ich auch cool.
Ja, also was Spezielles heute.
Ja.
Aus
Genau.
Portugal. Sehr, sehr geil. Ja, so, der Horst ist ready to rock und erst wieder ein bisschen mischen. Das zeigt, dass es alles mit rechten Dingen zugeht. Und
Stopp.
und Draftdruck. Wer will jetzt Meridian? Jetzt leiten wir ein bisschen die melodische Phase ein.
Ja, jetzt hört man was, siehst du das?
Jawohl,
Da
jetzt,
rattert
da rattert er wieder. Der Ratterhorst. Klaus, da bleiben. Nein, der Reinhard kurz. Nicht der Klaus.
Willkommen.
Der geht der Reinhard hoffentlich gleich zweimal Post, der müsste normal sein, in den Hemden ja unterwegs sein nach Österreich. Lieber Reinhard, für dich gibt's Meridian. Der Reinhard schaut meistens immer im Hintergrund zu. Der ist immer in seiner Werkstatt und schaut immer die Sendung. Lieber Reinhard, fast zufällig, was gerade in der Werkstatt gerade wieder arbeiten tust, sei gegrüßt und hoffentlich geht auch die Post bei dir. Also unsere Post kommt mit Sicherheit an, weil was vorne wegschickt, wieder wegschickt. Richtig, Frau?
Ja, geht Anfang der Woche raus übrigens, weil jetzt habe ich 5 Tage frei. Jetzt habe ich Zeit.
Ja. Also, Freunde, kommt gleich wieder, vielleicht vom letzten Monat, vielleicht kommt heute so was dazu. Weil ja,
Also von dieser Woche, also die letzten 2 Wochen, kommen jetzt die Pakete dann. Die, wo ich
genau. Außer jemand gewinnt heute was dazu, kannst du vielleicht noch nicht packen.
Ja.
Ja?
Ja.
Ja,
Also,
und einige kriegen es morgen.
Ja, schon, ja.
Ja. Genau.
So, extra für den Reinhard, hier sind Meridian, Follow Your Heart. Attacke. Ja, mag er nicht?
No matter how fast your heart beats strong, the world will never break your soul. Just sit on tight, inside your mind. No matter how hard life pulls you down, the world will never break your strength. A flame in the night, crawling up the sky. You have
Michel, zur Kasse bitte. Wie
Ein
Reflex. Wie
bisschen
geht's
schnell,
überhaupt?
Alter.
Bist du wieder da?
Wie geht's überhaupt dein Kreuz?
Oh, hör auf.
Oh.
Nicht gut.
Nicht?
Nein.
Mit hinten juckt und vorne beißt im Kloster Frau Melissengeist. Das wirst du doch, hat meine Oma schon mal
Ja.
gesagt. Heftig.
Auf die Nacht ist immer Handschall noch nicht, dass die Finger da bei mir bleiben. Weißt du?
Was? Das sind eine Spiele im Bett, oder? Mit Anketten und so. Man kann vorne herputzen. Ja, da kannst du herputzen. Was hast du gesagt? Baff, so. So, drei Poster gibt es wieder für uns. Haben wir noch Poster? Ich glaube, so wird es was verkaufen müssen, oder? Oder wir
So ein Stapel ungefähr.
Also die müssen wir loswerden, natürlich. Also, liebe Freunde, ihr werdet wundern, warum wir bloß 5 Gewinne. Ja, weil die Bands immer weniger schicken. Also müssten wir, also noch geht's ja. Also, jetzt kommen wieder was nach jetzt.
Ja.
So, unüberdacht, heute verlost man oder Poster und als Musik gibt's unseren lieben Michael von Basement Prophecy mit der Steffi Stuber heute. Genau. So. Und ich mische wieder. Zack, 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 zack.
Stopp.
Stopp. Und wer gewinnt ein Poster? Attacke.
Der rattert schon. Super gut. Jetzt kommen wir hier. Ist immer näher. Ich kann es gar nicht lesen.
Heli, du kannst es drüber postern. Jetzt haben wir das so an. Heli, du gehst auf Postern. Nein, das ist nicht erleben, der würde sagen.
Das bringe ich am Morgen gleich mit.
Das kann
Heli.
er doch in seinem Wohnmobil noch reinhängen.
Ah, genau.
Genau, Heli. Und
Da findet sich bestimmt ein Platz.
Der ist heute auf einem Konzert irgendwo in München, Backstage.
der war doch heute schon da.
Der Heli, nein.
Der Heli war heute schon da, oder nicht? Oder haben wir ihn verschaut?
Nein, heute noch nicht. Der hat mal geschrieben, der ist unterwegs.
Also, falls der Heli das dann auch später anschaut, hoffentlich die Sendung, du hast ein Poster gewonnen und das kannst du schön ins Wohnmobil hängen oder ins Scheißhaus. Da passt da ein. Also, Basement Prophecy und der Song, lass mich mal nachschauen, wie er genau heißt, Lost in the Storm. Und gemacht hat das geile Video der Micha. Micha, sehr gegrüßt. Übrigens, geile Nummer von Black and Damned. Muss ich sagen, super cool. Habe ich schon reingehört. Sehr, sehr geil. Ja, es war mir schon klar, dass es wieder ein geiles Album wird. Und das Video, der Micha macht es wirklich als Videografer schon super. Und es ist ein geiles Video. Basement Prophecy, Lost.
Jawohl.
Lost in the Storm, genau. Hier ist im Basement Prophecy.
The cold of loneliness sweeps around me, my heart beating faster and faster. My breath rises in the fall. I see I am all alone here. My surroundings are blurred. Everything is so misty. Seems so far away. Lying on a corridor, how precious. Hold me tight when it's mine. That is what I'm feeling. A new time has begun. And I am not alone, for you are here, holding my
Sehr geile Nummer.
Ja,
Ja, geiles Video. Absolut. Herr Steffi, die hat schon was drauf. Ne? Die kann also unglaublich, kennt man eigentlich gar nicht, dass sie so eine Stimme auch noch hat.
ja.
Und super Growling und super heavy, aber super schick, gefühlvoll. Sehr, sehr geil. Ja.
Eine richtig sympathische Frau ist das, ehrlich, ja.
Du hast es kennengelernt.
Ja.
Ja. So, der nächste war ja auch ein super sympathischer, darum habe ich ihn, dass wir auch unsere Metalheads, die schon bei unserer Sendung waren, auch wenn sie jetzt nichts geschickt haben, aber trotzdem tun wir sie rein natürlich. Und zwar, das nächste gibt es von Barnabas Kai zum Gewinner. Und was haben wir, sagt unser Schorsch? Ich vorletzte Poster. Ich mische.
Stopp.
Und draufdruckt ist.
Und. Pass auf.
Der Peter wird sich freuen. Peter, da muss es durch, das hängst du auf, ne? Das war im Wohnzimmer, übers Ölgemälde drüber. Jawohl. Und der Peter kriegt von Barnabas Kai 7 Wonders. Here we go.
turn to stay. A time ran out in the final hour. Refused to talk, so then he used the power. Fire shower, rain and rain. Communications, here are peace. Inside this ring of fire, let's bleed. We had the 7 wonders, then left it all to plunder. Calculate, manipulate, call the pain. There's always just one there behind it. It's stupid measure to be like him. Press the seed that fuels the greed and the pain. Tomorrow's dying fathers and mothers, sisters and brothers, innocent lives just tortured and slaughtered. All of this madness, what was his game plan? No one had the courage to respect the world in front of me. We built the 7 wonders, so rich and torn asunder. I believe, yes, I believe in a way. We built the 7 wonders, so rich and torn asunder. Calculate, manipulate, all the mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, innocent lives of torture and slaughter. All of this madness, what for the game plan? Oh, tomorrow's dying day.
Ja, wer ist denn da? Ja, wer ist denn da? Servus. Das ist ja wie er strahlt. Weißt du noch, Pommesgabel? Yeah, that's the metal boy. Sollst du nicht schon schlafen?
Ja, immer wenn Sendung ist, der schlaft da nicht. Der wartet immer so lange, bis er das sieht. Jetzt ohne Krampf.
Echt?
Er gibt so lange keine Ruhe nicht.
Hast du Onkel Richie schon vermisst? Mhm.
Ja, wie gesagt, er hat ja einmal gemeint, weil der Michel gesagt hat, ja, der Richie kommt jetzt, also damit man in der Sendung, und der hat gemeint, du kommst zu uns. Und dann hat er ja schon alles hergekriegt und ein Bett für dich. Und
Oh, hätte ich bei dir schlafen dürfen?
ja.
Oh, ja,
Gell?
das war schon schön. Da darf man da was erzählen. Ne? Philipp, da darf man viel erzählen. Da darf man alles erzählen, was der Papa Michel alles macht. Ne?
Mhm.
Ja. So, dann lassen wir doch heute jetzt die nächsten. Es gibt noch eins. Na, 2 haben wir ja noch. Und zwar, der Schorsch hat moniert. Man sollte nicht Stopp sagen, sondern Go, Run oder Start. Da macht der Philipp jetzt Go. Sag mal Go.
Sag mal Go.
Go.
Okay. So, Philipp, du bist jetzt dran.
Sagst jetzt dann.
pass auf, ich mache jetzt das groß, das ist der Onkel Horst, ist das so? Und jetzt so im Mischen und dann sagst du irgendwann einmal Go.
Jetzt noch nicht. Jetzt warten. Jetzt einfach. Jetzt. Go.
Go!
Go, yeah. Zack. Hast super gemacht. Wunderbar. Der, wo jetzt das gewinnt, das Poster, das verdankt jetzt an Philipp. Oder Ramirez.
Ja.
Und das gewinnt der Onkel Ralle. Sag mal Onkel Ralle. Onkel Ralle ist das. Das sind nämlich alles Onkel und Tanten da. Was hat? Sag nochmal. Onkel Ralle.
Onkel Ralle.
Du musst ein bisschen lauter reden, sonst hört dir ja keiner.
Onkel Ralle. Lauter Kunst.
Ja, wir sind nämlich alles Onkel und Tanten. Der ganze Fanclub sind Onkel und Tanten. Okay? Tante Heike, der Onkel Günther, der Onkel Peter, der Onkel Lormi, Onkel Högi, Tante Gisela. Jawohl.
Ja, die Heike und der Sascha waren ja schon bei uns über Nacht, gell?
Ja, und der Onkel Schorsch. Sag mal Onkel Schorsch.
Onkel Schorsch.
Nicht Onkel Schorsch, Onkel Schorsch.
Das heißt Schorsch.
So, und wisst ihr was zum Gewinner gibt? Der Ralle. Der Ralle gewinnt von Doro was.
Was
Jawohl.
soll das jetzt für ein Wort sein?
Weil Ding haben wir schon, Barnabas haben wir ja schon verlost gehabt, oder?
Ja. Ich glaube, ja.
Das habe ich irgendwie. Der Peter hat oder? Ja, der Peter hat Barnabas Kai gewonnen. Genau.
Ja.
Und der Ralle gewinnt jetzt Doro. Von Doro gibt es heute Lift Me Up. Extra für einen. Ich hoffe, dass der Ralle überhaupt Doro mag. Doro macht so gern Ralle, macht so gern Doro. Ich bin schon ganz verdeppert, bin ich. Der Onkel Ritchie ist ganz verdeppert im Kopf. So, Doro, Lift Me Up für einen Ralle. Vorletzter Song heute Abend.
I can tell you I've been chained forever. Only in my dreams I can be free and feel much better. I'd be running right into your arms, away from the dark. Just take my hand and lift me up, where you and me will never stop. When I need you, I feel you, I see you. Release me from here. Do not fear. I sense your spirit over me. You fight a war and bleed for me to be healed and released, to be free over here. Do not fear. Since you're gone, I feel so lost and shattered. Head from afar. It's the only way that really matters. Send an angel, send a light to me. That I'm gonna be free.
Warte.
Jawohl. So, ist er schon ins Bett gegangen.
Vielleicht habe ich ja nächste Woche Glück und ich gewinne tatsächlich Karten fürs Wacken Open Air, weil ich heute einen Anruf gekriegt habe von Bob Radio, dass ich in der engeren Auswahl bin.
Wow.
Ja, wäre cool.
Entweder Wacken oder?
Oder ich muss zu Sarah Connor gehen.
Und wie war's
Das heißt Himmel oder Hölle.
Okay.
Ja, mit ein paar Bier kannst du schwarz schalten.
Weil letzte Woche war bei Hölle Hansi Hintersee.
Oh.
Da kriegt der Mikkel feuchte Augen.
Ja, das glaub
Ich werde aber noch, ich habe für Hansi hinter mal aufgebaut. In Landshut.
Okay.
In den 90er Jahren mal war ich so ein Stagehand. Das war ganz netter. Also der
Ja.
macht das aber wegen Geld, aber der ist ein ganz vernünftiger Typ. Der war cool drauf. Muss echt
Ja,
sagen.
das kann schon sein, aber dem seine Schunkelmusik, die kann man sich einfach nicht anhören.
Die kommen schon schießen auf.
Ja, wenn es da mal jetzt
Mir lässt es auf, du bist ja gefällt bei der Musik. Ja, aber jetzt ein ganz netter, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen, der war überraschend. Ich habe gedacht, ja, ist auch so ein Vogel. Ja, aber nein, echt ganz ein sympathischer. So, liebe Freunde, das war's. Eine halbe Woche eigentlich bloß. Und war super. Und danke euch für den Support. Und als Rauschmeister heute mal irgendwas, was Netz, irgendwie nicht zu heavy. Ich habe gedacht, mal was einmal schön irgendwie, dass wir ins Wochenende reinglittern. Und zwar mit Black Diamonds, mit Lonesome Road. Und mit diesen Song verabschiede ich mich. Danke für den Support, danke, dass ihr dabei wart und danke für die ganzen Kommentare immer und seid wieder dabei. Am Montag haben wir eine geile Band aus Norwegen, nämlich Stargazer. Sehr geil. Danach kommt jetzt immer gleich die Vorankündigung immer. Statt einem Song gibt es immer die Vorankündigung. So, Montag Stargazer, Pflichttermin, dabei sei. Wer am lyrischen Hardrock steht, der wird wieder voll bedient am Montag. Ich freue mich auf euch. Schönes Wochenende. Wenn ihr krank
Schönes
seid,
Wochenende.
bleibt gesund.
Einige sehen wir ja morgen.
Ja, und für morgen
Freuen uns schon.
viel Spaß. Gibt's voll Gas.
Sowieso.
Hier sind Black Diamonds und Lonesome Road. Ciao, Servus, gute Nacht,
Bye.
schönes Wochenende.
There's this lonesome road close to my hometown that ever since I was a boy I've been driving along. Once it led me to school and later far away. Now whenever I come back it means home to me. Ooh, hello, hello, I'm coming home.
Metalheads Forever Rockcast Show Spotify Preview-List. Hier könnt ihr schon mal reinhören, welche geilen Bands euch erwarten in diesem Monat. Die Metalheads Forever Rockcast Show Preview-List on Spotify.